Hey gang, John Backriller here with your Lake St. Clair Fishing Report, brought to you by Sportsmen's Direct. It is Tuesday, March 12th, and we're like way out of sync with everything, but actually it's a good thing this week because I'm going to be able to tell you about the great fishing that's going on right now and that you're going to be able to enjoy probably tomorrow before the weather changes again. So water temp at Belle Isle is actually broken right now. It was working this morning and it was at about 40 degrees, and I was looking at it like right before we came down here to shoot the video, and I was expecting to see like 42-ish, but it's broken. So I'm going to guess it's like 42-ish, and it's probably going to get a little bit warmer tomorrow. So, and it's probably going to go down a little bit after that. But anyways, 42 is kind of a magic number. It's usually when the walleye bite really takes off. And once we break into the 40s, it's also when the smallmouth bite starts to take off, especially when we get these, I've talked about this before, when you get 2 or 3 pretty warm days in a row, like usually mid 60s and sunshine, and that's exactly what we've got right now. And that smallmouth bite did just explode like in the last 24 hours. So shallow water smallmouth bite going on right now. And I'll say, I should preface this shallow water. It's kind of like a deeper water smallmouth bite for like the points that extend out close to the deep water. So these fish are coming in tighter on these points right now that usually are in like 8-9 feet of water or so, or like areas down by 9 Mile out on those rock humps and stuff out in front of Ford's Cove, between like Ford's and the Coast Guard station down there at 10 Mile. All those humps right now should have smallies going nuts on them. Places like the point at Metro, probably over off of Selfridge too. There's usually some smallies that come in there really early when we get these kind of conditions. So by that public access there. So basically any of these points that are extended out into the lake that get you a little bit closer to deeper water. But definitely that point at Metro and all that area down there by 9 Mile should be going. And then any of the smaller points down through the mile roads that extend out a little bit. So if you're in town or you're local and you want to get out and get in on some really good early smallmouth fishing, now's the time, like right now. Even like right now, as I look out the window and see that it's still sunny outside, which is kind of crazy based on the time because of the hour change. So you got longer days, so you can get off work, you can get out there. Tomorrow's supposed to be warm. We're supposed to have light winds tomorrow. I just checked again. So tomorrow will be another great opportunity to get out. Let's talk about the weather a little bit right now, just briefly. And I keep talking about riding those waves. And for you guys that have been riding the waves, you've been taking advantage of some great perch fishing out there. And really the way this has been going on these riding the waves is we're getting these warm fronts come in. That bite usually kind of peaks. Not actually during the warm front, but a lot of times like right before that cold front comes in and smacks us in the face, and actually while that cold front is hitting us. Last week, that last cold front, some of the best perch fishing actually happened right around that wind shift change time when that north wind cranked up and it got absolutely miserable to be down there fishing off the shore like at Harley. So if you're one of those folks that can hang in there during that transition point, I would try to stick it out because the bite's been really good. Don't get me wrong, it was really good today, and it's probably going to be really good tomorrow. But on those peaks, on those crests of when that the barometer is changing, and as it's fallen off, the bite's been really good. So just take advantage of those changes. Take advantage of the great weather we've got right now. Take advantage of all the different species that are out there. The trollers right now that are fishing anywhere from the point at Metro all the way down to the Detroit River are just getting crazy mixed bags. They're getting beautiful northern pike, which is not all that common out here on the lake, but they're getting really good numbers of pike in that 30 to 36 inch class. They're getting lots of muskies. Of course, they're getting walleyes, and they're also getting some beastie smallies out there right now too, as they're trolling like bandits and stuff, bandits and flickers, really slow. But really picking up some nice fish out there, mixed bags. So, and that's going to continue for a while too. So, let's see what else that I want to talk about. Harrison's Island, it should be going over there right now. I don't have a lot of reports, but do remember that with the low water that we have right now, it's going to be different over there. You're going to want to really focus on the areas that have got just a little bit deeper water. But that bite should be going. That's another one that should be getting really going tomorrow too with the sunshine and the warmer temps. Talking about the water levels, let's talk briefly about the Crocker Road boat launch. I'm going to try to make it relatively brief, and hopefully my ears don't turn red and I get all fired up again. But that boat launch right now is open, but I would not launch a boat there unless you draft like a foot of water or less, because the mouth of that canal right now is really, really shallow, literally about a foot on a good day. And then if we get a strong offshore wind, it's going to be less than that. So it could only be inches deep at the mouth. They've done no dredging down there at the mouth. Now, on the positive side, if I'm going to find a positive side here, is that talking with the state again, they are supposed to be in there within the next month with a dredge to excavate the mouth of that canal. And I believe they're going to do some more work in the main channel too, because there's still some high points, as they call them, down there. So that is going to be dredged. So let's hope it's resolved, and hopefully it'll be resolved in time for a lot of you folks, especially that are planning on coming up here from out of state for the smallie fishing. Even though it's going right now, it's still not full bore yet. So hopefully they can get that done before we're into the full bore mode on the smallies. But right now, and like I said, unless you got a kayak or something that really drafts almost no water at all, I wouldn't mess around with that Crocker boat launch unless you're just going to go in there and fish for panfish or something, which might not be a bad idea. You know, and I don't know if they're going to close it. So that's the crazy part right now. They may leave it open, which means that people that don't know that go in there could end up getting stuck like some people did this weekend down there. I guess a couple of guys had to get pulled off of the mouth of the canal. They literally run their boats aground and had to get pulled off with ropes. So anyways, stay away from that right now. I will keep you posted once the dredge is finished on it and the dredge is acceptable. Then I will put that in a fishing report and let you guys know. But right now, stay away from that boat launch. The St. Jean's boat launch is supposed to be going full-time 24 hours, is my understanding, starting the 15th. So just a couple more days, and they're going to start running that around the clock down there. So that's going to be great news for you guys that are jigging walleyes down there. Talk a little bit about the satellite image. Got a really good shot of the lake finally. We haven't seen one in a while. But you can see the Canadian side is really kind of trashed. The American side looks amazing. So, and I don't see anything really in the forecast going forward that's going to really mess that up too much. So we should have really good water conditions on the American side here for a while. Do have some rain coming this week. That'll make some locally dirty water. But I mean, all that's really going to do is give the guys that are fishing for walleye more of a mud line to fish out there, and it's going to probably bring some of those fish in even tighter. They're going to follow that mud line right in, especially to places like the Clinton River and the spillway. Let's see, trying to think if I've got anything else that I want to mention here. Really, this is going to be a short one. I almost forgot this. So a happy birthday to Mike Coleman out there, who's the newest member of our team at Sportsmen's Direct. It's his birthday today, and Mike got out there in his kayak and actually took advantage of some of this early close to shore smallmouth fishing. So way to go, Mike. That's a great way to spend your birthday out there on St. Clair in the kayak catching smallies. And also wanted to give a shout out to all the folks that participated in our fishing contests throughout the winter, or the winter that wasn't. And we had some great fish come in this year, considering the conditions. It was a lot of fun. It's always a lot of fun weighing fish in and watching you guys battle it out for the different categories in our free contest and in that big perch contest. And just some great fish that came in. And congratulations to Art for winning the big perch contest. It was a beautiful perch. I was really hoping that you'd get knocked out by like a 16-incher or something, but it didn't happen just with the way the winter worked. But you're a great guy, and congratulations for participating and for catching that big perch this year. And I know you were up on the board on and off in other categories too in the free contest. So until next year for those contests, unless I actually decide to do some kind of a variant for the open water season, which I am considering. So we'll see if we actually do that or not. I kind of always have mixed emotions about that, because it's so much harder to release any of those fish alive in the summertime. And and believe it or not, some of those fish during the contest in the wintertime do get released. Some of those big perch and stuff do go back to the lake. So big bluegills and even some of the crappies. So, anyways, with that said, get out, enjoy the warm-up that we're in the middle of right now. We're going to have at least for the next 24 to 48 hours. And then it looks like we got some good weather coming this weekend too. Not quite as warm, but still very fishable. So get out there, enjoy it, take advantage of this early spring, and we'll see you at the store. Hey gang, if you like our content, hit the little subscribe button and the bell icon, and you'll be notified as soon as we put out new stuff.